Hey guys, Chris here from Inbox Studio. This morning I saw this post saying that Wigglitz has a new partnership with a big company. Mainly they are getting more orders, a huge offer. My first thought was that I can do much better than them if I'm in the same place. And after 2 or 3 seconds of thinking, I denied myself on that one because of many reasons. They've been doing pretty good. I think Wigglitz is a successful business at this moment. They've verified the business model. So I want to share 3 thoughts in this video as a self-reminder as well, just to say first what colorful 3D printing or what FDM 3D printing is at right now for the public. As well as for us insiders, right? And second was that what Wigglitz has brought to the table to us participants, to print forums, to individual hobbyists. And the three, I want to share my thoughts on some of my ratings on the trend. It's not going to be a predict, and I want to hear some of the thoughts from the internet because I want to learn from you guys as well. So the first thought was that for especially for colorful FDM 3D printing, I think next year will be a huge year for over next year or the year after. I think it'll be a huge year. We will see businesses blossom in a way that new trend, new business model, and new business types coming out with many different products, designs, and way of presenting. We know that you can do lasering. At this point, we know you can do CNC lasering on a metal, and you can attach that to the 3D print, and you can literally just laser your own 3D print. This was posted last year, and I haven't even heard of that until yesterday. This was, look at the details. I think the details were pretty good. I'll share those links below. But look at those details. I think it was quite good, right? I think the details were quite good. But the saying was that I think the 3D printing with Snapmaker U1 and new systems are coming to public, next year will be a huge year for FDM 3D printing. But in the public right now, this is where our opportunity coming in the future, in the next year or so. The public right now, I think they're still not aware. There's still a lack of awareness that where this 3D printing is a thing, like colorful 3D printing is a thing. I went to universities and I went to markets to set up stalls, and people are still genuinely curious about how we make those colorful stuff. People seeing them on YouTube, on TikTok, but in real life, if they saw our products, they were still amazed by how good the details are. I think there's a significant portion of people still thinking that 3D printing is you print white on detailed model that you have to polish, you have to do all kind of like work to set up the finest appearance. No, I don't think that's the case anymore. Next year or starting from this year, right? We've seen that the Bamboo Lab has lowered the barrier. It's just next year it's going to be huge. And the second thing I want to share is that what Wigglitz has brought to us, as I would say, to customers, to the public. Well, obviously they lowered the entry barrier. People are thinking, at least people who own a 3D printer is thinking this is quite easy. This is such a hustle to do as a business, right? You're selling stuff, you print it for 50 cents. But I think they still add some acceptance to the public. because that's a reasonable price for whatever they brought to the public. To us, I think the biggest thing that I do appreciate that Wigglitz has brought to us is that they're not gold keeping anything, or they're not gold keeping all the secrets. Let's say I learned something from this one. Maybe we can use in the future. Just as for sorting things out, right? I think this is it's a budget way to sort those things. We learned from this. And after all, I think, and the third thing was that I think they are doing such a good job as a business. You can see from the newest post that they were saying they have 2,700 printers. I'm in a sweat, even managing 4 printers in my house, in my home. They somehow managed to do those. So 2,700. That's a lot. They must do a decent job on managing all those things, and maintenance is a huge cost as well. I think we can all learn from them, those ones. I don't mind pay for something to learn from them if they open up a Patreon story or something, Patreon course or something, right? And the last thought was that is my concerns and my thoughts those are wasteful for sure. I would say those are quite wasteful. It's a small thing, right? You buy for $50, but what else? What after you are getting tired of those? I know kids love them. Even myself, if those showed up on my face, I would buy them. Just take my 50 cents, right? Or $1. But still, after that, what comes after that? I think maybe if they can come up with an idea or solution that they have those recycled bins in the store. If people recycle them, they can get a small voucher or something as a credit, so they can buy more with a discount. And if they're managing so many of them, I think it's not a huge trouble for them to think of a way to recycle them, right? Shred them into new plastics, into new filaments, right? And the other thought would be, I think their competitors, not necessarily competitors, or it's just people like me thinking, how can I get into the industry without directly competing with them? Maybe we can open up a Uber user-friendly or print farm hobbyist-friendly Uber platform. I know that like trade stock and the hubs, they're already doing such a good job, but I think most of them are for professional and industrial use. They accept corporate offers. Of course, they have decent margins, but those are not the games we are into, right? Right now it's not possible. But just like Uber, when you have a car that was quite unified, you have wheels, you can turn, you have signals, you have all the safety measurements, and those are all unified already on the market. Just like Bamboo and Pursa, and I think Creality and Snapmaker, they are on the way as well. Just like all of them has been done to the industry in general. I think they set up the bars of how good the FDM 3D printing can be, right? So I think in the future, maybe in 2 to 3 years, or even maybe some of the deals in the public has already been doing this. But I think this decentralized platform, maybe not as greedy as Uber, but I think if someone came up with an idea saying I have a decentralized app you can install and you can earn coins or something, while printing, and you can also earn cash. People pay cash, people pay coins, whatever. But as long as it's something that comes after the standard has been set. I think that's the next trend in, let's say, 2 to 3 years. After all, since how many years has been gone since last blossom of 3D print? I think last blossom was our last big boom was at 2007, 2008. It's been such a long way. I know the industry has been evolving along the way, but to the public, it's been a while. I think this will be a next huge thing. That's my thoughts from the news, from the post I found on Facebook today. And I know this is a kind of messy and unorganized. I'll try to do more. I'll try to do better. But I would love to share. I would love to hear some of the thoughts from you guys. Because sometimes maybe I'm wrong. I just need you guys to help me to correct some of my thoughts so I can do better. Thank you so much. I guess until next time, they always say.